Welcome to Soul Awakening with Sandra. I'm glad to have you back again. So today we're going to talk about surviving the holidays. I just thought since the holidays were upon us, we should engage in some soulful conversation about that, right? And this is not just for anybody who's spiritual or religious. It doesn't matter what entity you believe in, or if you believe in one at all. It really doesn't matter. What matters is you, the authentic you, the you that is deep down inside, not surviving the holidays, but thriving in the holidays. So the first thing that I want to do is I want to read something to you. And remember, it doesn't matter what religious background you're from, or if you even celebrate anything religiously, or if you're spiritual, or if you're agnostic or atheist. It really doesn't matter. None of that matters. What I want to read to you is a possibility. And I'm going to read to you from what is called The Greatest Secret. I've been reading this week, and it touched on some stuff that works regardless of if you're into the woo-woo of the spiritual or the hardness of the religion that keeps you from enjoying yourself like you really should, okay? So what I'm going to read is, it's right here. You have 3 steps. You ask yourself, am I aware? Yeah. And then you can notice awareness. And then you can stay aware. All right? So the first step is asking yourself if you're aware. The reason why you ask yourself if you're aware is that question is not something that your mind will be able to answer for you, or your ego will be able to answer for you. So don't try to answer the question or have the thoughts that you have answer it. Just keep asking yourself the question. Every time you ask the question, am I aware? Awareness becomes present. You'll feel it. You'll feel a little lighter or a little airier, or you'll notice things a little bit more clearer. And then it'll pass until you ask yourself it again. All right? So ask it constantly. And then you begin to notice that awareness is always there. Why is always there? It's because you are awareness. You are just awareness. Scientists have proved that energy is everywhere, and we have predominantly energy in every cell of our body. And that energy in those cells are aware. And this book that I'm reading kind of goes, if you're awareness and you're aware of your awareness, then you can be observant of your thoughts. And here we go. You are observing your thoughts about how you feel about the holidays. Yes, even if you're not into religious hooey or spiritual hooey or any of that stuff, you are an aware being. You were born awareness. You are awareness in this body having a life experience. And you're making choices, and sometimes the choices get wrong. And then you do it again, and you hit the nail right on the head. You do. Regardless of if you believe that the law of attraction works. Regardless of if you believe that you are truly born as awareness in a human body. But you know that you have a mind. You know that you have some type of soul, but you probably just call it inner guidance system, or you call it intuition, or you just call it gut feeling. And you have this beautiful body, right? So when you're embarking on the holidays, like everybody, usually most people start about June. The reason why I say June is because for me, June is my birthday. At the end of June, I go, oh, 6 months till Christmas. I love Christmas. And I do. I love me some Christmas. But I don't start thinking about the stressful things, or I stopped doing that because I started working with a lot of these tips that I'm going to share with you. And it took a while because I had to, have the thought about these tips. And then I had to put them into action, which moved them into a belief. And then the belief moved into my truth so that I can utilize them more often, because I'm training my body and my mind to go to these tips first instead of trying to make things satisfy my ego, right? So for me, finding out that I am awareness, walking around in this body, I'm already aware. And the awareness that I am makes me observe my thoughts about certain things, or thoughts about how Christmas has always been, how it always has been my mother's thing or my grandmother's thing or their grandmother's thing. And from generation to generation, they handed down these foods and they handed down these traditions, and they never changed. And for me, the awareness of understanding that sometimes I get anxiety because I want to do things a little bit differently, but I don't want to let down the women that I loved, even though they're gone. I know that they're watching over me, so I just know that. So at first, it's like if they're watching over me and helping take care of me, then they're seeing that I'm changing things. And that brought anxiety to me, right? So what is it that's inside you, inside your consciousness or unconsciousness, that's back in that shadow? Because that's what unconsciousness is. It takes everything in, and then it hides it, and it releases it as incognito as it can. When it doesn't think that changing up is going to work for you. Your mind thinks that it's not going to work, and your mind and your ego make things bigger than they should be. Even when you're just thinking, well, maybe I'll work with some of these different ingredients and change up my turkey, or change up my mac and cheese, or change up my green bean casserole. We're always having that every year, and I'll change it. And then your mind says, no, you might fuck it up. And then your ego says, oh no, right? Oh no. And your ego is your persona of your mind, and it adds in a little bit, and then it gives you these stress moments, because it makes your pimple a molehill, your molehill a mountain, and your mountain a volcano. So you have to search for that dialogue in your unconscious, and you're the one that can sift and sort through all your stories that your mind and your ego have filed away in that beautiful brain of yours, because they're there. They're your stress. They're not relieving it. They're your stress. They're your triggers. It's not anybody else triggering you. The triggers are already there. It's just the people are being the people. They're being who they're being. Whether it's your mom or your Uncle Jack or your Uncle Jim or your Auntie Karen or best friends or whatnot that want to change up your plans. So let's start. So take care of yourself first. See, we've always been told throughout life that we should think of others before we think of ourselves. So come around Christmas, we're thinking about everybody else. We're thinking about making everybody else happy, getting the proper gifts, doing the proper dinner, finding out what things that you're going to do, events that you're going to plan to make everybody else happy. And then those people come in your home with their own perception of what they consider happiness is. And what about you? So I'm going to talk about two scenarios. First scenario is it's your turn to host Christmas with the family, right? So everybody's got their perceptions of what they think you should be doing because you're going to do it. You're going to do it up. You're going to do it the same as everybody else has done it. And in comes the stress. Can I do this? Can I get this set up in time? Do I have to sit Uncle Jim next to Uncle Sally, right? Will Uncle Jim, I have to make sure that Uncle Jim watches his game while everybody else doesn't want to watch the game. They want to play charades. And the kids don't want to be at the kids' table anymore because they think they're old enough to be with the adults, right? In comes the chatter of your mind. In comes all the finite possibilities of your ego that's got all these things filed away. And if you change up on the plan, then we'll just sift and sort until we find that file when you tried to do it before and it just blew up in your face. Because it takes you back to a past that you thought you had forgot. But your mind and your ego, they filed it away. They didn't forget it. This is why you have to understand that you are awareness in your body. You are awareness in your body. And awareness is aware of everything. And awareness is aware that you need to be observant to what your minds and your ego have plans. They do it incognito, but if a thought comes up and it doesn't resonate with you, if your feeling starts to make you stressed out or give you headaches or make your heart palpitate, or you get sweaty, or you cry because you can't believe the holidays are here again, that's when you can observe it. Observe it. Go, hey, is this thought for my greater good? Deep down inside, that intuition, that gut feeling, I call it soul spirit, is going to chime in and really ask your mind, is it for her greater good or his greater good or their greater good? Right? Just like that. Not angry, not mad, but just a matter of fact. And then your mind and your ego are going to become silent, and that chatter is going to be still. Just for a second, that you can see awareness. You can see your awareness, and you get to make a choice. Do you want to change up your food or the events? Or do you even want to host it? Do you want to say, no, I don't want to do it this year. Pass it on to so-and-so. Okay? So, number 2, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be in the present moment, and it has to be you. What do you want to enjoy about the holiday? Really? If your stress starts 6 months before the holiday, then every morning you need to be journaling about what you really want to do, who you really want to be during the holidays, and how you really want to be it. Right? Well, first of all, you know you don't want to be stressful. You know you don't want to be mean and you know be on edge and holding your tongue. The holidays is very long. You have Halloween if you celebrate Halloween, and then you have Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving is only one day. And then you have Christmas. Christmas Day is only one day. And then you have the New Year. And you have all the days in between it because you're in preparation mode. Right? So ask yourself, who do I want to be during this stretch of the season? How do I want to get engaged in the Christmas season or the Thanksgiving season or at New Year's? Right? Because we have been falling into certain dogmas and old stories and old paradigms about the holidays, right? Let's not include the fun day for the kids, because they're going to have fun. Halloween is a fun day. But in that, you've got, if you want your kids to have fun in that holiday, but you're a Christian or a spiritual, and you think you've been taught that that's an evil day and spirits run free and blah, 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 and your kids want to do the holidays and you want to provide something for them, but you can't figure out how to do that and please parents or church that's watching you or your next door neighbor who goes to church with you, and they're all judging you, right? That's very stressful. But the thing is, who do you want to be while you're servicing your kids and making them happy? Because they just want to have fun. They don't think about Spider-Man outfit or Princess Leia outfit or any of the other outfits being evil. They just want to have fun. It's one day. And then you get to sit and help them sort through the candy that you know is not good for them, and you get to give them a couple of pieces that might satisfy the fact that they went out and did it. I'm not saying you have to do this, but I'm saying if you're seeking to do that, but you're stressing out about it because you're perceiving you as somebody else perceives you, and not letting go of it. Well, if you don't have time to go back and find out where the story started, in the story right where you are. Same thing for Christmas. Same thing for Thanksgiving and New Year's. Same thing for your birthday, right? Or what we call Easter, or sunrise service, or people call it Jesus Day. Who do you want to be celebrating that? Not who do you want to be based on other people's perceptions of who they believe you should be based on old stories, old paradigms, and old dogmas, right? So next, set your intention, regardless of what holiday it is. What do you intend to bring to your holiday? Your holiday. Again, I say it, your holiday. Be selfish, yes. Because selfish is thinking of you first. And the more you think about what you want to do and how you want to enjoy it, then you can bring that authentic, aware you into the now and go, I want to have a wonderful table of food. I want to have the best looking events ever that everybody can enjoy. And I want to do it my way. Whatever your way is. Set your intention. And then, not just set your intention, feel what that intention would feel like. Dream about it, daydream about it. Do you want to have a sit-down dinner, or do you want to have a dinner where everybody walks around the table, picks what they want, right? And everybody's sitting? Do you want to have a couple of groups of people that are sharing conversation, and you get to choose what conversation you want to chime into? It doesn't always have to be Uncle Harry's conversation about his past, or talking about politics that stress you out, because everybody's got a different version of theirs. Set your intention. Set your intention on what if it's you hosting, set your intention. If it's you, the second scenario is somebody's invited you and they ask you to bring a dish, and they don't want to really think or tell you about the dish that they want to bring to you, or you to bring to them. Well, set your intention. What would you like to see? What would you like to taste or have on the table? How creative do you want to be? Do you want to create something? Do you want to create a 5-layer chocolate cake with cream cheese filling and sprinkles? Do you want to bake a pecan pie, or a sweet potato pie, or a pumpkin pie? Or do you want to go to the store and just buy one? Be you. What do you want to bring to that table? Right? Okay, so the next one is set yourself up for success. Don't talk yourself down. Your ego will talk you down because it doesn't want you to step out of your comfort zones of how things have been done for the last 25 years of family holiday dinners. Right? Here's a scenario. Your mother's been doing holiday dinners, right? She's ready to pass the baton, and she's going to pass the baton to you. It's you next. But see, mom has been doing holiday dinners like her mom did it, and her mom did it like her mom did it. So your mother's expectation of how things are going to go is that you're going to do it how she taught you how to do it. And sometimes that might be all right with you. That might just be the flow that you go into. But sometimes it puts a lot of pressure on a person. Right? Sometimes it puts a lot of pressure, and you set yourself up for failure because you can't do it quite like mom. Right? And oh my God, if she tastes it and she doesn't like it, I'm going to be devastated. Right? But you have to bring you, the authentic you, the you that wants to enjoy your holiday. See, first you have to get out of not liking the holiday. You have to ask yourself, you have to just be blunt with your mind and your ego and go, look, it's time for me to sift and sort through my file cabinet of all the things that might be a possibility of why I don't enjoy the holidays, why I stress 6 months ahead of time for a holiday that lasts one day each in each month. Right? Each month. November, December, and January. And you might as well add October and or everybody's birthday that you've got to show up for. Right? And you're stressing. You're stressing about money. You're stressing about buying the food. You're stressing about preparing the food. You're stressing about keeping everybody happy. It's not your job to keep people happy. It's your job to keep you happy. And your job to ask, what do I want from this holiday? How do I want it to go? How do I see it? I already know that I am awareness, And awareness is aware that I am happiness. I was born happy, right? So situations, circumstances, things, people are not precursors to you being happy. It's already in here. So if you light your mind and ego on fire, you know, like you take a torch to it and say, I want to sift and sort through there. Maybe you won't be able to find the answer right away, but when your mind knows that you're looking, it's going to sit back and be quiet. And as soon as you're quiet, you are awareness. You can hear it, you can see it, you can feel it. You can be the authentic you want to be. And then you can make decisions from that nowness of you. Right? Okay. So you set yourself up for success. Success is, I'm making meals that I think people will enjoy, but if they don't enjoy them, there'll be enough on the table so everybody can have what tastes good to them. And then those people know this, that those people that aren't satisfied when they leave your household, they're going home to food that they've already made for them. They've already made Thanksgiving dinner. Simple fact, I'll share something with you. This season, this Thanksgiving season, we're making food at home, but we've been invited out to someone else's home. And for me, I'll find whatever is on their table that they're presenting that I can enjoy and have good conversation with without being judgmental of anybody that has traditions that they're trying to change or traditions that they're trying to keep going because they love them. It might not be totally what I want, but at home I've got what I want, right? Okay, so lose the guilt. Lose the guilt. Don't feel guilty because Uncle Tim is coming, and when he comes to the anything this holiday, he brings his stank ass because he's always unhappy. Well, either one or two things have to happen. It's you're putting on the show. Don't invite Uncle Jim. Or invite Uncle Jim and do not care about his perception of how he sees things going while he's there. That's his perception. And what's his perception got to do with you? Right? So lose the guilt. Lose the guilt of not being able to keep everybody else happy. It's not your job to keep everybody else happy. It's their job to sift and sort through their unconsciousness to find out why they're not happy during the holidays too. And if they haven't done it, then while they're there, when they make a statement, change the conversation. Just politely. Be creative. Don't be guilty. All right? Pace yourself and ask for help. You got kids around the house? Pace yourself. Don't cook and try to be ready for the day. Try to step into some happiness for the day. If cooking on the same day that you're enjoying the company of people that are showing up, cook the next day. If cooking and shopping on the day before is stressful, then shop the day before that or the week before that. And ask your kids to go with you. Or ask your husband to go with you. Or ask your girlfriend to go with you. Right? Or ask your significant other to go with you. And assist you. Nobody will assist you unless you ask. And sometimes you just have wonderful kids who say, what do you want me to do, Mom? What do you want me to do, Dad? Right? Ask. Right? So pace yourself and ask for help. And the next one is play to your own strength, what you're good at, and lead with that first. And it's always good to try something new. If you don't try something new, then you'll never learn to be good at it, and it will never become your strength. So if you don't want to do a pumpkin pie and you want to test yourself doing a sweet potato pie, try it. And if you're the only one that loves it on the table, then you know you did something right because it tastes good to you. And once people have choices, they'll try something new. Now, they might not like it, but everybody has taste buds. But they tried it, and then there'll be something else on the table for dessert that they might like that 5-layer chocolate cake with whipped cream or sour cream or buttercream in the middle of it. They have choices. So play to your strength, but don't be afraid to learn something new. Next, take time out. Take a time out. Say, I'm done for a minute. You know, people cook all day and they never take a time out, and they're always tasting the food. And by the time they get to actually be with the people that they want to enjoy being with, they're too fucking tired to do it. And they've tasted everything. So they're not even really hungry. I've done that one before, right? So I've learned to take a time out. I've learned to cook certain side meals the day before. I've learned to prep my turkey the day before. Right? I've learned to turn on music while I'm cooking, or listen to a podcast that I'm really interested while I'm doing. And then I've learned to just take a minute and go outside and breathe some fresh air. And then never say you're sorry about what you're bringing to the table, because it's your turn to host. Never say you're sorry. When somebody says, oh, I can't eat that has nuts in it. Oh, well, maybe try something else that you put on the table, whatever it might be. Pecan pie, they can't have pecan pie. Why don't you try that 5-layer chocolate cake that I made? Just try a little sliver. See how you changed it. Because people will come in with their perceptions and personalities, and they will also come in with their anxiety about the holidays as well. You may have people who celebrate Thanksgiving, and you may have people from all different kind of walk of religions and whatnot, and they're, you know, they think that they're doing you a favor by going ahead and showing up, but they've already got their biases or whatnot. What's their biases got to do with you? That's how you relieve the anxiety. It's about me wanting to be happy, having this holiday, and you put you first. And then here's the last one. For Thanksgiving, the day before Thanksgiving, when you wake up, write down 3 things that you are happy, satisfied, and grateful for. 3 things. As you write them, visualize them. And then after you have written them, speak them out loud. Right? Embody them. And the reason I say the day before is usually everybody is rushing around. They waited till the last minute to go to the grocery store. They waited till the last minute to start preparing. Sometimes they couldn't get anything but a frozen turkey. Now they've got to try to get it thawed out. And they're already thinking about the future. They're already thinking about the next day and how everything could turn out to be shitty. But if you take that morning to wake up and think of 3 things that you are thankful and grateful for, and write them down and visualize them. Even maybe daydream about them for a few minutes. Picture them like when you watch TV or when you watch a movie. Picture them and then say them out loud and picture them again. That's embodiment. And the reason I say do it the day before is because usually the day before is when we're rushing around. And then do it the morning of Thanksgiving. Why do it again? Because you're going to list 3 more things that you're grateful for, that you're thankful for. And you're going to do the visioning, and you're going to do the embodiment, and then you're going to wake up and do you. So I hope these tips have helped you, right? I hope that in understanding that you are awareness, being aware, that you get to tap into your mind and ask your mind why it gave you a thought that's making you freak out. The moment that you actually tune into your mind and the thoughts that it's giving you, you get to change those thoughts. You get to go, shit, that's not for my greatest good. What's the next thought? And you keep cycling through them until you have a great thought that makes sense to the you that you're going to bring to this holiday season. So I want to thank you very much for joining me. If you, I would like your support. I am on the iTunes podcast platform. I would love for you to tap on the link that I'm going to provide in the description, and like and subscribe and like, and then tell a friend. I'm also on YouTube. Same thing. Maybe you've got a friend who doesn't have Spotify or iTunes. So let them know Soul Awakening, she's on YouTube. And I thank you very much. Be happy and be satisfied. The holiday season is for you too. To thrive, not just survive. And I will be doing another session like this on Wednesday at 5:55 p.m. because due to the holiday, normally I do them on Fridays at 5:55 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And I'm going to do one especially for Wednesday. And then I might also bring a new topic on Friday. So you'll get 2 this month, and probably 2 in December. And who knows, maybe 2 in January. We'll see how it goes. But I would love your support. I thank you for your time. Be happy, be satisfied, be abundant, and enjoy your awareness being aware. Bless you.